takes that long to come to us. I know that was a question we had on some of our social media before.
With the status, we have started our deployment into the deployed hard stops, and our current looks really good, nice and low.
Mom, copy.
That was another of our deployment engineers confirming that everything looks good with our mission operations manager.
It's exciting to actually see it moving. You know, there it is on the visualization tool. It's getting closer and closer.
Yep, it's going to be momentous when it finally comes into position.
The first wing was successfully deployed yesterday, and now this is the final part, the primary mirror being put in place. Julie, give us a sense of the scale. These mirror segments, I mean, I had the honor of watching this being built, a lot of it at Goddard. How big across, for example, is one of those hexagons?
They're about 1.5 meters across from tip to tip. The hexagons are quite large. It's amazing to actually be in the clean room and look up to see the whole mirror assembled, towering above you. There's no amount of seeing it on photos that kind of gives you the sense of actually standing next to it in our clean room when it was assembled. And, as we talked about before, and once it's fully into position here, the final shape that our primary mirror is going to be called a tricontagon. It's about a polygon.
It's definitely done. We're about 3/4 of the way through the deployment, and everything still looks really good.
The mirror itself will be concave. You can sort of just see that in this simulation. They actually have simulated some stars and things in space that you can see moving on the surface of the mirror. Also, as the mirror comes forward, and I'm not sure that we can see it at this angle, but there's a thing called the bat wing, and it's a shade that falls down behind the mirror to help shade any light or heat that might be coming up through the hole in the sunshade from keeping any of the backside of the telescope warm. There's one on each side that comes down passively as the motor moves this forward. And then the gaps between the mirrors are very small. I think it's on the order of several millimeters.
This is definitely on ops. We have reached the end of deployment, and we are preloading into the launch pads.
You see people clapping? Yes. What wonderful.
Everyone's up on their feet, clapping.
Wow, just look at that. The primary mirror is successfully deployed. This is a first. We have made a space observatory the mirror was so large that it had to be folded up to fit inside the rocket.
OC, at this time we're ready to continue with 693.046. Enable activate SCS 256.
Okay.
And that command line looks good. You're go to execute.
Copy that. See, go ahead and execute. Execute.
I think you can hear the relief in our deployment ops.
And you're go to enable activate.
Copy, go to next.
Voice.
Yeah.
I have to say, I just feel this kind of glow, in my chest right now. Just seeing that mirror all deployed, all together. The size of a mirror allows us to collect more light from fainter objects, and in a lot of cases that means farther away objects that light took many billions of years to travel to us. A chance to see the universe as it was, perhaps only a couple 100 million years after the start, after the Big Bang. The sensitivity of this mirror will allow that. And the size of the mirror also gives us a clearer, higher resolution, able to see more detail in space than ever before. So this was something that absolutely had to happen. You know, we had to unfold this mirror. The secondary focusing mirror had to come out, and then a little bit more than a week ago, the amazing sun shield. And there it is in front of us. You're looking at this animation. This is not a pre-made animation. This is based on actual data coming from the telescope to us right now. We are live at the Space Telescope Science Institute, and
You can easily kind of get yourself jammed into a position if you try to tighten one thing before you're completely at proper temperatures, and then motor move is halfway. And the final thing that we'll do is we'll start taking images and calibrate those instruments. We'll make sure that everything is set to go and ready to start our early science operations, which you heard several of your scientists talk about today.
absolutely. There's a question that we get a lot on social media that might be kind of fun to take the time. And like I said, we will break our commentary when we see that the command has come through for that final latch. But Kelly on Facebook asks, how do infrared signals taken by the James Webb Space Telescope get translated into pictures? Are the pictures we will get the same as if we looked at it up close with the
All
naked eye?
stations at this time we have a nominal LOS on DSS 36, our backup antenna at Canberra. We will continue to have telemetry on the prime antenna for another 10 minutes. Command coverage will end in 4 minutes.
As the Earth rotates, there are different antennas that the James Webb Space Telescope is using to download its telemetry to tell us. So that was just an announcement
GSE on
about
off. At this time,
that confirmation that the mirror's been latched into
Step
place.
lead on ops. We only had 5,000 steps remaining in our final latch preload move. We're down to 4,000.
Must be copied.
3,000.
You can see the excitement.
2,000. One thousand. And we have a fully deployed JWST observatory.
All right.
Yes. Thousands of people around the world have worked on this. So we see here the people at the Space Telescope Science Institute in Baltimore, Maryland. Having a moment to celebrate. Hopefully we'll get a little bit of audio from that room too. Even if we don't, we can see the joy on their faces. Everybody, of course, being very, very careful with the COVID surge. I'm joining you from an isolated room, so I can talk to you without a mask on. Everybody else is wearing their masks. But what a wonderful day. Even though I'm a floor below the control room, I can hear people cheering in the background.
All stations, this is Mom on off. This is Earth Deputy. We have the telescope. Stand by for the project manager. Stand by.
Must be copied.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to thank everyone and congratulate them on the safe mirror move. The last 2 weeks have been totally amazing. Thousands of people have worked on JVST at this point to get us here. But I have a couple of special shout outs. One to the deployment team. You guys have done a phenomenal job.
Amazing team. I think of it as a championship team. You never know how great the team is until you see them out there on the field. I love what I see. We all love what we see. It's truly an excellent team, and you've shown the whole world. You cannot believe how many letters and emails I've gotten from around the world kind of congratulating our entire agency, our entire country, our entire team, data members here. Thanks to each and every one of you. Northrop Grumman, it has been fun to get to know you and be with you on this journey. I'm only for 5 years on this journey.